Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Three Ammers. Have we all calmed down from yesterday? Me and Paul obviously did our little review yesterday. How you feeling, mate? I watched it on Match of the Day this morning. It doesn't get.
I haven't watched the Match of the Day. I just couldn't. I couldn't put myself through that again, mate. I haven't watched anything again, so I still just from yesterday and still the same, mate. Embarrassing performance. Just I don't know. I don't even know where to start. You know, you have to say, all right, fair enough. We're into the next round. We'll take that and move on. But to me, it's a worrying thing because this could be, and I don't want to be overly dramatic and all the rest of it, but this could be the end of the season for us. Like this could be us on a slide now.
Yeah, no, mate. And I know, obviously, we are going to do the draw, guys, in 6 minutes' time. So we won't get too much into conversation just yet. But I know there's something you want to discuss, mate. You sort of hinted at it yesterday, and it's funny that Match of the Day said it, and you said you didn't watch Match of the Day. Said West Ham are turning into a one-man team, and you actually said that yesterday, didn't you? Maybe a two-man team with Bowen.
I mean, yeah. I think the thing is that Rice is on such a different level to everyone else on the pitch, and I know what you're saying about old Bowen as well, but yesterday, Bowen could not take that game himself. He couldn't take that game by the scruff of the neck.
No.
And pull the team to victory. He couldn't do that. He's not that player. Declan Rice is. Rice comes on. Rice is like, no, here we go. I'm going to do this. And like we've seen it so many times where he gets the ball and he looks around. And the reason he makes these runs forward is because there's nothing on for him. He's looking up and looking for a pass and looking for movement. There's nothing there. So he just ends up saying, well, sod it, I'll go on my own.
I know he's had a few critics recently with Fornells, but when Fornells came on, he actually calmed it down and started passing the ball. And it's back to that thing of, who does Declan Rice trust with a ball? We know he trusts Lanzini when Lanzini plays, and he seems to trust Fornells as well. Before Fornells come on, it looked like he didn't have anyone he could trust to pass the ball to.
Yeah, and Fornells lovely. Fornells played a couple of beautiful passes as well. I think Fornells did well when he came on. So, I mean, we love Pablo. He's a brilliant player. He has been a little bit off it last couple of weeks. But yeah, it's just like I say, in games like yesterday where you're playing against non-league opposition and you're playing against sixth-tier opposition, these are international footballers. And they just, I don't know, like the likes of Ben Rama and Vlasic, how can they be international footballers playing at the top level, like top level players?
And there was up to diving.
But they couldn't beat a non-league player one-on-one. Ben Rama's meant to be tricky, have all the tricks and all the rest of it. He couldn't beat a non-league fullback.
It's Vlasic, the ideas as well. It's, like, I can understand, when a team sits in the Premier League and we're like, okay, it's frustrating that we've got no idea when a team sits in. But when a bloody, no disrespect, like a pub team, sits in, you're telling me West Ham can't break that down?
I'll tell you what it is.
Their kids should be able to break that down.
Mate, 100%. I'll tell you what it is, though. The reason why we end up just passing around the edge of the box all the time is because we don't have a striker.
Yeah.
If we had a striker, there'd be someone in the box. And I know even when Antonio plays, it ends up the same because Antonio, yes, okay, we'll have the argument. All right, we'll say Antonio's a striker now. We'll call Antonio as a striker. Fair enough. But because he wasn't always a striker, he doesn't have that instinct. How many times have we had the ball around the edge of the box and Antonio's on the wing?
Yeah, mate, we said, didn't we? If we brought a striker in, then Antonio could go out on the wing and probably still be comfortable, still score goals like he did when he first came to West Ham. And this is not me wanting Antonio out of the team. It's just, we need someone who's going to gamble and make them striker runs.
And that's because we just have nobody in the box. We don't have a striker in the box. We end up just passing it around the edge of the box. We don't really know what to do. We're so predictable, mate. My team could defend against West Ham. Seriously. Yeah. Because it's the same. Just knock it around the edge of the box and wait for Cresswell or whoever's playing on the left to try and get free and put a cross in. And then yesterday they're putting crosses into Bowen. Don't get me wrong, Bowen scored a couple of headers recently. But again, we're talking about the opposition, non-league opposition, big defenders used to the physical stuff.
Used to crosses coming in all the time.
Used to crosses, used to physical stuff. and we're crossing the ball into Jarrod Bowen. What are we doing?
I know, mate. It's so frustrating. Right, we'll leave that topic in a minute, mate, because it looks like I'm just putting it on ITV on my TV now. Yeah, they're just doing a little sort of review of the thing. So the draw is going to be coming up soon. I believe Glenn said earlier before we went live, he said we're ball number 9. Some big teams still in there: Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham. So we'll wait and see who we get.
What's the draw on? Is it on BBC?
ITV.
ITV, yeah, right. I don't know if I can get that one.
Would love to draw Luton or Peterborough for the romance of the cup. We'll just quickly run through the comments while we're waiting for the draw to start. Mate, yesterday my blood pressure was going through the roof. Once again, it wasn't a champagne performance, but we did get the job done. I hope Big Sue is fit for what.
That's an understatement of the century, that is, mate.
Yeah, I'm just showing the highlights again now on ITV now.
There we go. Fifth round draw. Live draw starts soon.
Stealing a living. The picture of Moyes and Russ Penn sharing a beer after the game was class from both managers and the backroom staff. Yeah, I did see that. I thought that was really nice. That did. I thought Declan Rice's post-match interview was quite nice as well. Agreed, Glenn. 115 grand a week to do absolutely nothing.
I'll tell you what, right? If Yarmolenko was shocking yesterday, but if I'm going to defend him at all, he made the winning goal.
Did he?
Yeah, he's the one who put the ball in. It was kind of like a shot. It looked like he'd put the sort of shot in, and then that ended up going to Cresswell, who cut it across.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've just said they missed the bit before with Yarmolenko.
Yeah, it was Yarmolenko who made that ball into the box. If we're gonna try,
if you're really like clutching. I know at least one bank robber has a gun. If I know a footballer, easy money. Yeah, I said that I don't want to see him play for West Ham again, but I've been saying that for about a year, and he's still the only option we have left off the bench, sadly. And like you say, mate, if Zuma's injured, if Bowen or Antonio gets injured in the next few weeks, Yarmolenko starts.
That's it, mate. That's literally exactly what I said yesterday. If Antonio gets injured, Bowen has to play striker, which means Yarmolenko has to play on the wing. Yeah. It's farcical, the situation we've got ourselves in, mate.
I would have rather kept Anderson and Yarmolenko.
There we go. I've got it up on my phone here. They just showed the goal, and they did actually show Yarmo put the ball in.
Ah, cool. I think Valencia and Sacco doesn't bad to have them back. Yeah, we need someone like Sacco. That's who we should.
Mate, I'm not joking. Genuinely, if we could have got Jermaine Defoe back, and he would have been better than nobody.
He'll score goals, mate.
He would have been better than nobody. Yeah. We could have got Andy Carroll back, and he would be better than nobody.
Have we all settled down? Yeah, just a little bit. Did anyone see Yarmolenko's reaction when Declan scored the equaliser? Should never wear a West Ham shirt again. Yeah, I did see it. He didn't celebrate at all, did he? It's a very weird reaction. He's living on 2 good goals against Everton and Chelsea. He's got a good goal against Man United as well, I remember. I'm only 26, left footer. Mate, I'll run to our drop for our brother. Noble's interview with Rio was class, proper West Ham boy speaking. Luke, only topic is Moyes saying nobody out there to improve our squad. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. The draw is literally about to happen. So what I'll do is I'll star that comment so I know that's what we're going to talk about straight after. Here we go. Ball's going. What's that?
The YouTube video must be a little bit behind because they're still just talking to Andy Cole.
Oh, yeah, but I'm ahead of you. Right, here we go. First ball out. Number 5. Luton Town, we'll do with them. Right, Luton Town versus Tension. Number 7. Chelsea. So we haven't got Chelsea. Big team gone. Good vibe. If I had time, I would type this up on a banner, but I can't be bothered. Number 1. Crystal Palace versus number 13. Stoke. Crystal Palace Stoke. Favourable tie, that one. What is going to be the glamour tide around? Probably West Ham, Tottenham watch. Peterborough will take them. Come on, Peterborough. Let's have Peterborough. Come on, number 8, Andy, please. Number 15. Right, Man United. So we definitely ain't got them. We haven't got Man United. Oh, City. Sorry, City. So Man United's still in there. I know Man United went out, didn't they?
Man United are out, yeah.
Okay, Liverpool, Cardiff. Watch this be our one, right? Not number 8, please. Number 16.
Norwich.
Right, so we haven't got them.
I've got the numbers. I've got the numbers up now. So you've
big
got
boy teams left in really now is Tottenham and Chelsea. I think the Chelsea. Oh,
Chelsea already drawn out, aren't they? So it's only Tottenham left.
Southampton. I'll take them. I think it's us. Yeah. Southampton away, guys. That is going to be our game. I'd say that's more favourable, mate. You know, it could have been a lot worse. Let's just finish the draw off. Just see if there's any major glamour ties. Middlesbrough. Shame we got a Premier League team, but Southampton, we haven't got too bad a record against them.
Like I said yesterday, mate, I think we played better against the Premier League team than we would against the lower league team.
Tottenham. Easy game for them. Easier. A few more balls left.
Forest or Leicester. That would have been a good one.
Yeah. Forest or Leicester. Number 3.
Huddersfield.
Ooh, so what's the last game?
Is it Bournemouth? Have they been drawn yet? Bournemouth, Boreham Wood.
Oh, is that who it is? Bournemouth, Wood, yeah. Why can't we get Boreham Wood? Oh,
yeah, Everton against Bournemouth or Boreham Wood.
Yeah.
That would have been a good one, actually.
Yeah, what, against Fat Frank?
Yeah.
Right, that ends the draw, guys. So it is Southampton away, mate. What's your immediate reaction to that?
Yeah, we'll take that. It's not one of the big boys. I'm genuinely more comfortable playing against a team like Southampton than I would be playing against a team like Boreham Wood, to be honest, or Luton or someone like that. I think we're probably we just can't play against lower league opposition. I don't know what it is, but no, I fancy that. I fancy us for that. It's funny saying that after we just scraped through against the lowest team in the competition.
Just beat us as well, didn't they? Did Southampton beat us? Was it Borja? Didn't they beat us recently? 3-2. I can't remember now. Right, let's talk about this then, mate. So we're going to go through the topics now. Bit of a loose show today, because there's not major stuff to talk about. So, look, only topic is Moyes saying nobody out there to improve the squad. Now, this was the main thing I wanted to talk about, mate, today was the transfers, actually. Last time we spoke was Sunday, the day before, and I was saying, I think one might come in, collect a car might come in. None come in. And how did you feel, mate? Was you sort of already relaxed because you knew?
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying I predicted it. Although I wouldn't say no,
we're not relaxed, but
not relaxed about it. But yeah, I expected it. I was saying the entire window. I was saying, like you say, we did the show the day before, and I knew we wouldn't sign anyone. Everything coming out of the club pointed to that. Even if you go back to when Daniel Krasinski made his investment, even the comments from him sounded like we weren't going to spend any money. Everything coming out of the club was going that way. And yeah, we threw around a couple of nonsense bids at the end. But it expected, and it just sums up the club at the minute. We've got no ambition. No ambition.
Make of the phantom bids, mate. Rafinha.
We've seen it before. We've seen it before. And the thing is,
Darwin Núñez,
yeah, we've seen it all before. It's chucking bids out to try and say, "Oh look, we tried. Oh look, we tried." Don't be angry at us, fans. Look how hard we tried. We threw £50 million bids out, but we wouldn't spend £15 million for collect a car, which shows it's rubbish. Rubbish. Like I said, if we're throwing £50 million bids around, Marseille needed money. They're having issues at the minute with cash flow problems, and they needed cash, not loans. And then we're going, oh no, well, we've watched this player for the last 2 years, but we're not really sure, so maybe we'll just take him on loan. What? Come on, £15 million, get it done. And then, like I say, if you're Marseille and you're watching the club throw £50 million bids around, are you really going to go, oh no, don't worry, we'll just let you have him on loan for next to nothing? It's rubbish, mate. And the thing is to Moyes can do interviews and say, "Oh well, we tried and there were bids out there, and we have 5 bids in, record bids for players in." All right, so does that mean that we're going to go for Núñez again in the summer? Does that
Exactly,
mean we're
mate.
going to go for
Exactly.
Rafinha and Phillips again in the summer?
There
No,
should
you'll
be, by
never
all
hear of that.
accounts, mate.
Yeah.
There should be a summer transfer budget that they had set aside anyway, and the money we haven't spent for bloody nearly 2 years. In theory, there should be 200 million sitting there without a side of rice, but they won't be.
And apparently, if we're bidding £50 million for these players, well, they must be targets.
Exactly, mate.
They must be targets.
Yeah.
So obviously,
that's it, mate. Will it all of a sudden? Oh, Phillips, we don't want him no more. Oh, Rafinha,
you'll never hear those names again, mate. You'll never hear those names again.
No.
It will come. The summer will come, and all of a sudden, what? Rafinha and Phillips? What? No, what are you talking about?
Darwin
Núñez. I don't remember putting a bid in for Núñez. What? No.
Yeah.
You'll never hear those names
again.
Know
as well, mate. With someone like Darwin Núñez, for those of you who don't know him, he's a really, really top player. He reminds me of Van Nistelrooy a little bit. Very, very similar sort of body style and the way he plays. Mate, it wouldn't surprise me if they've spoke to him and they've gone, he goes, no, I want Champions League football. But they'll bid again to look like they're bidding in the summer, knowing that, we want a European club. Just again to look, and then they say, well, we've run out of time. Again, what did you make of go on, mate?
It kills me, mate. It kills me. And I've seen so many people saying, oh, well, it's that we'll keep our powder dry. We'll wait and we'll save our money to the summer. That is literally the same thing we heard last January. And when summer came, oh, no, we haven't got any money.
And then you end up signing Vlasic for 30 million. Or whatever it was, 20 million plus add-ons.
It's, mate, and we've seen it so many times. Like I say, summer will come and nothing will happen again.
What did you make of the Duvan Zapata as well? Obviously, apparently we was in the last 2 hours.
Again,
this is a bluff and puff.
Again, this is a player that we've been linked with for 5 years. Zapata,
like 31 now as well, I think.
Yeah, he's getting on a bit. Don't get me wrong; I would have took him.
Still a very good player.
Yeah, still a good player, and he would have. He's actually a decent shout for a sort of Antonio-esque player. Yeah. But again, we've known we needed a striker since before we sold Haller. We needed a striker since before then. We've had 3 transfer windows, right? Before this January, we've had 2. We've had an entire year to be scouting players, to get our list of targets, to say, oh, right, this is who we want, this is who we need. We've got a list of 5, 6 players.
Moyes came in. When did he come in? The January, didn't he? Back to January, didn't he originally? So he would have known by the summer, that Haller was not his man. So he's arguably had 2 summer transfer windows, mate, to find someone better than Haller. And
so we've had all this time. But we don't do anything until 2 days before the window closes. It just shows that there was no intent. There was never any intent. No. If we really wanted to buy one of these players, the bid should have... If we wanted to test the water for Núñez, well, obviously he weren't a real target. But if he was, the bid would have gone in on the 1st of January. They would have said, yeah, okay, or no. He would have said yes or no. We were going, all right, okay, move on. All right, Zapata, okay. He might be a last option, but because we've already done the work before, all right, okay, so maybe the day before the window ends, we'll start putting that into motion, not 2 hours before.
Yeah, it's a joke, mate. It's an absolute joke. And what did you make of the, the constant flirtation with Jesse Lingard? Who knows what will happen in the summer? Will he come or will he go Newcastle? Who knows? I think another problem with Moyes is he's so stubborn. It's like, I will get him. We will get him. And then, you miss other targets that you potentially could have, got hold of at the time.
Yeah.
Like Nate Phillips went to Bournemouth. Like, why wasn't we sniffing around that?
Yeah, I mean, the whole Lingard thing, mate, I don't really want him to come back now, to be honest. I think too much time has passed. It's another one of them cases where the longer he's been away, the better he is. Don't get me wrong, he was unbelievable for us. But he's not going to have the same impact when he comes back, or if he comes back. If he comes back in the summer, he's not going to have the same impact on the team.
I mean, fans could turn on him very quickly.
They'll turn on him quick.
But, start sectioning him out sort of thing.
He'll be another year older. He's not a player in a position that we need. No, I don't let it go. Let it go. It's gone. We should have got him in the summer. Just gone. We should have got him then. We didn't. Move on. Move on.
Last thing, before I move on to the next comment, mate. What are your feelings with Declan Rice and Jared Bowen now, in terms of is there a way of keeping Declan Rice? Because there was a few critical Twitters yesterday saying, "Oh, I see that most West Ham fan channels constantly keep saying that Declan Rice is going to leave. When is this become the mantra?" But I don't know, mate. Can you see any reason for him to stay?
No.
I don't think he'd force a move, and I honestly don't believe, and I'd like to believe we won't get our pants pulled down with a price. I do believe they might be a bit stubborn with it. Could you see him maybe one more year? Are we in the driving seat, or is he?
Oh no, he is definitely. He's openly refused to sign a new contract. I don't blame him at all.
I
don't blame him. He has got a couple of years on his.
I think
deal.
he loves the club, though. I do think.
I do as well. But if you're, he, like I say, he's head and shoulders above everyone else on the pitch. He must be in games like yesterday, where he's the one having to say, "No one else is doing anything. I'm going to have to do this myself." He must be looking around, thinking, "What am I doing? What am I doing here? What am I doing?" And then it comes to the window, and the club shows no ambition. This was rumours. I don't know if this is true or whatever, but there were rumours that apparently Noble and Rice,
I don't know if that's true or not,
were in contact with the club saying, "What the hell is going on?" Antonio himself has done interviews saying, "I need help."
Yeah,
we need another striker
today, mate. He's done another interview today saying, "In the summer, we need to sign a striker." He'll be 32, mate. Be 32, and he's an injury prone as much as he's a goal scorer, but he's injury prone now,
and he knows it. He needs a rest as well.
Yeah,
and you've got players like that literally saying, "We need help. We need help." And if the club are showing no ambition, I saw a comment on one of the forums yesterday, and I don't know. I don't really think this is true, but it's just a perspective that they were saying that the performance yesterday was the performance of players that didn't want to be there. They looked around during the January window and said, "Listen, this club
is what Danny Murphy used on."
I don't know. So I don't know about that, right? But this comment was basically saying the players on the pitch were sort of saying the club show no ambition. The club don't care. Why should we?
Yeah, no, yeah.
And like I said, if you're Declan Rice, why would you stay? The player who's been guiding you through, Mark Noble, retires at the end of the season. You could have we've got so many players leaving. Apparently, he's really, really good mates with Fredericks, who'll probably be off at the end of the season.
Yeah.
He's going to be looking around thinking, why should I stay? The club cannot match my ambition.
If you were in charge of West Ham now, would you? I know I've been critical of Mark, but I can't deny his captains and his influence in the dressing room. Would you be going as soon as he retires? Right, but like if you were David Moyes, I would say, "Mark, you're joining my coaching team."
I think that's already done. I think that's already done, mate. I can't see any way.
That's like the big dunk character at Everton.
Yeah, I can't see any way that Mark retires and isn't still involved with the club. I can't. I know he's done interviews himself and said he just wants to, when he finishes playing, he wants to have a rest and he wants to come away from football. I can't see it, mate. I can't see there being any way he's not still involved with the club. And I'm sure those conversations.
I think he needs to be there, mate. I think he needs to be there for the kids and the players, and just that expectation of what it is about to be a West Ham player. I think that's what he's needed for. Let's move on. If we lost yesterday, West Ham would have been the first professional football club to lose against a non-league football club in football history. Don't care. We had to bring it on, main lads. Had to be done. Oh, no, mate. 150 years. It would have been the biggest upset ever.
I'm pretty sure, and I did read this. Again, I haven't clarified it, but I did read this. Apparently, that's the first time a non-league club has ever scored against a Premier League team in football history.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that would be an interesting one as well.
So West Ham, I was literally.
Or maybe it's in. Yeah, maybe it's in that round. Maybe it's in that round.
Well, they've never been past. No non-league team's ever been past that round.
It's mad, though, isn't it? If they would have done it yesterday,
mate. And they nearly did. They nearly did. I was literally sitting there watching that game, thinking West Ham's going in the history books today. West Ham is going in the history books.
Yeah, but for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
JP says, "Good morning, Luke. I hope you've been practicing." Obviously, I did a dare with JP that if West Ham reach any cup final this year, me and him will do Under Pressure, Queen and David Bowie duet live on YouTube. So let's see what happens. Let's have a look here. That was a game yesterday. Was so poor, worse for a very long time. I'm just going through. Glenn says Luke should have drawn the home teams. Paul should have drawn the away teams. Loads about Yarmolenko. Fornals was excellent when he came on.
Yeah, he was.
If we don't beat a very woeful Watford on Tuesday, I question Moyes at the club. So Watford on Tuesday, mate. Obviously, new manager. They drew 0-0 with Burnley. Bad result for both teams last night. We've got to be beating them. We've got to be beating them. Man.
We have. Although it's not time to question Moyes. And like I say, I've been one of Moyes' biggest critics. We're West Ham fans. We cannot. I can't entertain the thought of sacking a manager when West Ham are sitting 5th in the Premier League and we're in the later stages of European competition.
Yeah, like you say, mate, we're safe. We're not going down, right? We are not going down at all. If it all goes, tits up, we, go out the cup in the next round, we slide down the league, and I'm talking you go down to 9th and 10th, and we, laboured performance in the last 16. These are all hypothetical stuff, but maybe then it's time to think, no, actually, Dave, you've put yourself in this position. And these are just questions. Like, I'm not questioning. I don't think you should go at all, mate.
For me, even if this season falls off a cliff, and I think there's a very good chance it will now, to be honest, I think we could easily end up finishing mid-table. We haven't got a squad. We've got no squad. I don't see how we can compete in the later stages of the Europa League. I don't think we'll go much further in the FA Cup. I think this season will completely peter out. Then I will be saying,
I think right, put his eggs into one basket with the Europa League, to be honest.
Yeah, then I'll be saying, right, this is a massive, massive opportunity missed, a massive opportunity wasted. I wouldn't want to see him go. I'd want to give him the beginning of next season. But if it come to the summer, Declan Rice leaves, maybe Jarrod Bowen leaves, we don't sign any players, and he's still doing interviews saying, oh, well, the board were fantastic. The board were brilliant. They backed me all the way. There just weren't anyone out there. No, then out you go, mate.
I don't want to see, and again, this is down to Diver and Dave a little bit. I don't want to see a signing like Crow again, where it's like, he's useless, you're not going to use him. Because of Ariola's mistake yesterday, I guarantee that Ariola don't play again for West Ham until the Europa League. We'll see. Duncan says, I honestly don't think there was any money made available. I don't know with that one. I'm just confused to why Moyes kept Yarmolenko on and took off Crow and Vlad. They did well in the first. Crow did well, really?
Crow was awful.
Oh, Noble was my hero growing up, but I'd rather take him off and keep Crow on and partner with it. I thought Crow was awful in that game, mate. I'll be honest with you. What's this saying? I think sometimes you play to a level onto the next round for the Hammers. Obviously, Mitchell is a Liverpool fan as well. I won't wish you luck, mate, because I want all the big clubs to go out. And I want to Rice and Funnels for the goal. So we just discussed that. Do you think? Actually, we didn't actually say, did we think he would stay? We just said, what incentive is there for him to stay? Do you think he will stay?
No. I don't think he goes Man United. No way. He goes Man United. He's better than Man United.
If you've got money and you want to put a bet on, put it on Chelsea, in my opinion. And I think there will be potentially a deal to be done there with, maybe we ask for Conor Gallagher and someone else and lower money. I think they might play a game with us with certain players. And I think if Conor Gallagher, and I keep saying this every bloody show, if Conor Gallagher's on the table and some money, I have to say I'd be quite tempted. I would. Because we're not going to keep him. We're not going to keep him. Not sure if it's already covered. Not sure if it's already been covered, but suggesting that Moyes that Bowen is the best backup to Antonio, despite already being our best winger, is hilarious.
It is hilarious, mate.
That,
I mean, Harry can come like again. You know, you watch the interview after the transfer window, the complete non-event, where apparently there's not a single striker in world football that's better than Antonio or a better. There's no number 9 lads in the entire world that could come to West Ham better than Jared Bowen. None. Yeah. There's literally none. So I don't even know why we're asking these questions, mate. Because the players don't exist. They don't exist.
Clearly,
so why are we questioning it? You know, yeah. Bowen's our best winger, so let's play him up front where it's not his natural position, and then we'll play Yarmolenko on the wing. If Moyes wants to make the argument that okay, Antonio's the best striker in the world, Bowen's the second best striker in the world, all right, then we need someone to replace Yarmolenko.
Exactly, mate. And Masuaku as a left winger. We need a centre back that's going to be playing for Zuma if he's injured. Obviously, I've not read anything on that. If anyone knows about that, please put in the chat if you've read anything. This is a good one, mate. Unpopular opinion, but every owner wants to try before they buy it at the moment. So, is the loan to buy a good thing, or should you
listen?
You know, should we have just gone and bought Kaleta?
A loan to buyers. Yeah, I agree. They're obviously a better option because you get to see them first, you know, before you commit that. Obviously, that's a better option for the club, for the buying club. But why would the selling club loan out to buy a starting player? The players that we're supposedly looking at, they're not. You know, Moyes kept saying, "Oh, we're looking at a next level of player." That next level of player, you don't get on loan to buy deals. You pay the money and you take them.
Yeah, even if you have to overpay a little bit, teammate, like you say.
Yeah. These are not this next level player. They're not your Alex Krauss, right? No. They're not the player that you just bring in on loan and see if they're good enough. These are the next level players. You pay the money, you get it done.
Yeah, it's like going, oh yeah, can we take Messi on loan just to see, you know, just see if he adapts a bit. Like you say, if you're going for a big boy play, they have to be. You pay the money.
Like I say, imagine if a team came in and said, "Oh, Rice, unbelievable player. We know he'd go into our first team.
Loan,
he'd go into our team, no problem. It'd be straight in there in midfield for us. We're Man United. He'll go straight into our team. Yeah, no worries. Oh, but I'll tell you what, can we loan him first and just have a look and see? You'd laugh at him.
Yeah. One thing that really bugged me with the Moyes interview was thanking Karen Brady, baffling. Well, Paul loves Karen. And they can suggest that links was similar paper talk because they're so vague about their activity. Just skipping through. I know there's loads and loads of comments, guys. I feel like it feels like to me that Sullivan and Gold have eaten their cake and now they are scrapping up the crumbs. We know they're going to be gone next year, guys. 2023, they're gone.
We hope,
yeah. That's my fear with Rice is that they want a dividend, you know. They want some money, mate. They want to take some money out of the club as well.
Well, they can't. If they sell, Sullivan's not a majority shareholder anymore. Gold is even less now, so they can't just sell Rice and take money. They can't sell Rice and take money out of the club. Full stop. They can't do that. But they can't sell Rice without everybody.
Yeah, must be a bold vote. Yeah.
Yeah, without everybody saying, yeah, that's okay. So it's not like, I agree. I don't think they're going to put any more money in. Why would they? Why would they put money into the club knowing they're going to be gone anyway, hopefully? But they can't just sell players without Krasinski saying, yeah, that's fine. No worries. Go for it. They can't just do stuff without the board now. Sullivan's not a majority stakeholder anymore.
The Ben Rama one annoys me too. Having got rid of Diagana for essentially the same price. Gonna back a bit, I know. Yeah, that one obviously did hurt a lot of us. What we on half hour? Yeah, we've got ages. They've only done half hour. That's good. Do you think Haller's situation has put off other decent strikers coming to us? That's a very good point, actually. He scores before and after being blah, 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 put off, and I know the style of play, but come on. It's a very good point, mate, isn't it? Our players looking, going, well, that was a world-class striker whose career was nearly destroyed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's definitely something that players are probably going to think of. And
I do believe he's linked with Dortmund as well, potentially. Haller
was linked with Haaland.
Yeah.
you know, I think it was a mistake. I don't think he was that bad with us. I think it was at the time it was massively overplayed because of the fee that we paid, and I think he was getting criticised massively over the top. I really do. And yeah, okay, we said we're going to sell him, fine. But if you're going to sell him, you have to have someone ready to come in. We still haven't replaced him. And then obviously he goes and he's banging goals in for fun in the Champions League. You know, you can't even say, oh, he's doing it in a rubbish league. He's doing it in the Champions League. Ain't he the top goal scorer in the Champions League at the minute?
Yeah, I think so, mate. Yeah, I think so. So I'm just looking at the comments as well. So
you know, yeah, I think it was a mistake to let him go. I really do, especially because we haven't replaced him. We still haven't replaced him. Crazy.
It took a non-league side to make Moyes use all of our subs. He underestimated. Yeah, we had to bring all the big boys on, didn't we? Best chance in years to push on, and we signed no one. I will never understand that. I agree, mate. That's what frustrates me is, listen, we've seen Leeds do it, and Leeds failed all those years ago, and we've seen other teams do it, and if you don't quite hit it, it can cost you big and slap you. But what is the point of being a football team if, you know, when you've got that opportunity, you don't take it with both hands, or at least try to take it with both hands? At least try and fail rather than not even have a go. Like the classic line that West Ham Fan TV uses: if you don't do nothing, you just stand still while everyone else takes you over and go backwards.
And that's the thing, you know, you say, oh, well, we'll wait until the summer. Well, these next level players that David Moyes wants, if we drop down into mid-table, we're not in Europe next year, these next level players ain't going to want to come to West Ham anyway.
That's it, mate. As long as the owners are there, we will never get to the next level. The window was time to strengthen and push like a big club. I agree, mate. A lot of people saying the same thing. Krell, I felt he had one of the better games for us. Wow.
All right.
I don't know, mate. Listen, you're entitled to your opinion, mate. I just didn't. I personally don't think he played well. Gallagher and Borja, obviously he's a Chelsea player, and money would be ideal. What do you make of that one, mate? That was the other player I was trying to think of, actually. Borja, I couldn't remember it at the time. But what would the money be? What sort? So them and what money would you be looking at? 70, 60?
I mean,
Gallagher's probably a 40, 50 million pound player now.
Yeah, you're probably talking for them to.
Borja's buyout is 20 million.
Right. So you're probably talking sort of 50, 60 million for them too. Yeah, you'd still be looking 60, 70 million on top. I can't see it.
I agree.
I can't see that happening, but
I think that's a deal I'd be tempted by, though. I have to say, and I'm not. People are
if we could get
selling Rice, you shouldn't sell your best players. We've got to be realistic. He's going to go.
If we could get those two and 60, 70 million pounds, yeah. As long as again that money's reinvested.
Done. That's a new midfielder in that would, you know, come in, and you've got 70 million to go and buy a left back and a centre half. Like two, you know, 30 million pound players potentially there. You know, good chance that Tarkowski will probably come in, you know, if he doesn't go Newcastle, because obviously it looks like Burnley will go down. You know, and I do think there's a few players floating around that bottom that will come in on free transfers potentially. X confirmed we were in for Verkhorst, but he ended up at Burnley. Oh, he was one of them strikers that existed, see?
Yeah, we obviously weren't in for him that hard, were we? If he went to Burnley instead.
Yeah, exactly. They sell their striker for 25 million and buys a new for 12 million. That's how you do business. With all we can offer at the moment, last 16 Europa League, sitting in fifth, and these bloody trolls, man. 2 seconds, mate. Sorry. There's got to be something wrong. I agree, mate. I don't know what we can't offer a player, to be honest. Crowd did I hear that he had COVID, a very, very bad bout of it, lost a lot of weight, and he's still recovering? Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah, I'll give him that. You know, he maybe still recovering. When was the last time we had a player who has scored 10 and assisted 10? Bowen is definitely on fire. He is, mate. Wasn't his best yesterday, but Shows how bad Krell is that performance was considered above average. We need a workhorse. Right, we'll go for about another 5 minutes, mate. Anything else, mate? Obviously, we play Fat Frank's team on Saturday as well. Probably the next podcast will be either after that game or just before that game. They won 4-1 last night. Probably not a good time to play Everton now because they'll probably get that manager bounce.
Yeah, new manager bounce, and if there's any team he wants to bounce against, it's West Ham.
Yeah.
And Everton's always a tough game for us anyway.
Yeah, a bit of a bogey one, isn't it? Bit of a
bogey I don't know, mate. I think that we're not in the best form at the minute. We've got a very, very, very light squad. We're playing on Tuesday as well. I don't know. I'm just not confident for the rest of the season at all. I'm really not.
With Diop, obviously, if Zuma is injured, mate, would you like to see someone else come in? Maybe would you like to see an Alessi or a Baptiste tried, or maybe revert to the 5 at the back again? So then, as much as I don't particularly like Masuaku, you might have to change the formation and put Cresswell at left centre back again.
I mean, I don't know. Would I like to see one of the youngsters come in and give him a chance? Yeah, I would. But it just shows what a state that we're in, that it's even coming to that. All we had to do.
I don't know how Okaflex is going to get a game either, mate. I really don't. I don't know when Okaflex is going to get a game.
He's not going to.
I don't want it to be one of them ones. We always say, like, as when a player goes missing for a long time, all of a sudden they become better. I've not even seen Okaflex play in the Prem yet, so I can't. It's not that. I just, I want to see him. He looks exciting. He does look an exciting player.
Yeah, no, I agree. But no, I can't see him playing. I just don't know. I don't know. We've got no squad, but we still keep using the same players.
Actually. Sorry, it's Leicester away, not Everton. I thought it was Everton. It's Leicester. Yeah,
Still a tough game. I don't know, mate. Like I say, just no confidence in the squad at all.
Yeah. What about Lanzini? Obviously on Tuesday night, would you expect Lanzini to come back in, or what's? Obviously, there's going to be loads of changes. Obviously, Krell will be out. Noble will be out.
There's going to
be back in.
There's going to be rotations. I reckon Lanzini and Fornals will come back in.
Vlasic
out. And then, it'll probably... Well, if Antonio comes back in, Bowen plays. So maybe only one of them...
Fornals,
yeah, one of them will play. I don't know. It's difficult. Fornals played really, really well yesterday. Lanzini's done really well since he's come back into the team. I don't know. That is one area where it's tough to pick a player at the minute. Where that's where we are quite strong.
We don't play Everton until April. There we go.
All right, there you go.
That shows how much I've been looking at the fixtures. Let's go back here. So Graham Upson says, if big sales happen, will diligent Dave and the board get the deals across the line? Moyes deserves more time, though. I agree, mate. I do agree. My fear with that, though, mate, as I always keep saying, is I think we're not clever. We're like Aston Villa, got their deals in, their Buendias, their... who was it? Who else they signed? Danny Ings and players like that. They got them deals done before Grealish went. I think West Ham would be deliberate and sell Declan Rice and then go, players, clubs are asking for too much money. We can't spend the money. That's what I think we'll do. I don't think we'll be clever around the Rice sell at all.
I think if Rice ends up going in the summer, Moyes is probably going to then spend another 3 years trying to find the right player.
Yeah, say, Basuma's wasn't there. Phillips wasn't there. Gallagher wasn't there.
There's nobody else in the world who's better than Alex Krell. So the options just weren't out there. They just weren't there.
I know, mate. I know. We don't play Everton for a while. Yeah, sorry, guys. I totally must have read the fixtures wrong. Hit the like button and help Luke out. Yeah,
he
definitely
needs it.
There you go. There's our next 3 games, mate. So it's Watford, Leicester, and Newcastle. 2 down now. To be honest, the time you don't want to be playing the bottom 3 teams. What about Newcastle, mate? What about that game? Obviously, they've signed that guy who's good on FIFA, Bruno Ramirez or something like that. His name, isn't it?
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they do, whether their signings sort of click or not. It'd
But
be
it could easily
interesting
turn
to
into a
see.
QPR, couldn't it? You know, when they signed Loic Remy, I think they signed Rio Ferdinand as well at the time, and it just all went terrible, didn't it? When Tony Fernandez was the skipper there, not the skipper, the chairman there. Yeah. I can see Diop going out on loan. What, in the summer?
Well,
He
it would have to be
definitely
in the
won't be
summer,
going out now. He won't be going out anywhere now. Do you think he stays in the summer, mate? Diop? Is there a future for Diop at this club? Not for me.
No, I don't think so.
I think
I think he's had enough chances. He's had enough time. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. But like I say, maybe Tarkowski comes in, but then we're going to have to replace Bonner as well. Probably.
I don't know if Colette Carr's out of contract in this summer or not. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I don't know if he's out of contract in the summer. It might be the year after. He might have had 18 months.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've got
Cardiff
so
have
little.
just been given a penalty against Liverpool. Oh no, they haven't. No.
Oh, I've got so little faith in West Ham signing players at the minute. I don't want to see anybody leave.
Yeah. I can't see any of our youngsters getting another run out, with the exception of a sub appearance. I agree, mate. I agree. I'd like to see a bit more of that Sonny Perkins because he looks all right. He looks good build.
What, 17 years old though? He's far too young. He's far. He's too young. He's nowhere near ready to be playing in the Premier League. Perkins.
Just there's only a few comments left with it. Yeah, he has 18 months on his contract, says JP. Here's a good question. If you could sign only 3, Nketiah, Hoyzek, or Hudson-Odoi, Gallagher, Lingard, Origi, Tarkowski, Holgate, Phillips, Calvin Phillips,
Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah. So which 3 would you pick?
Sign only 3.
Gallagher's top for me. Out of all them now, Gallagher's my top because I love him as a player. Fantastic footballer. So he's definitely in my list, Gallagher.
Yeah, I'd say probably Gallagher, Phillips. I know we're signing too many midfielders there.
If he was having a dream, it's
Calvert-Lewin, probably Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Nketiah. I don't know if I'm convinced.
No, but would you have Nketiah as one of those strikers that doesn't exist in the world at West Ham?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Do you know what I like actually? I really like that guy at Watford, Dennis. I quite like him, the Nigerian guy. I think he's a good player. He's one I would look at. He reminds me like a bit of a Sacco or a, dare I say, Emeneki.
Emeneki was good back in the day at one point.
Yeah. Triple stepovers against Blackburn, what I remember. Was hoping we would get Luton away. It's such a beautiful place to go. Can't say I've ever been there, apart from on a plane. Shaky, I remember Luton beating us.
I would not fancy us against Luton. I'd rather play Southampton.
Stats for Watford: played 15, won 8, drawn 2, lost 5. Thanks for that, mate. A few funny things there. That Jonathan David,
yeah,
I can't see it.
He was one of the phantom strikers, wasn't he? Jonathan David,
another phantom striker, mate. Yeah, that's not available in the world.
He would be unbelievable. He would be. I think of all the strikers that we've been linked with, if I could say, right, there's one that I would want, it'd be him. It'd be Jonathan David. I think, of all the strikers,
I can't see it, mate. I can't see that deal happening at all. He's having absolute worldie of 2 worldies of a season in France. Can't see it.
I think if we'd have pushed it and put proper money down, I think we might have had a chance this window. Genuinely,
if I'm honest, I can see. If Mbappe goes to PSG, it wouldn't surprise me if you see Jonathan David end up at PSG as Mbappe's replacement potentially. I know he's not Mbappe levels, but he has a potential to be, a real top striker in the world at the moment. And what do you make of that, mate? If that happens next year, Mbappe and Haaland at Real Madrid, is that even fair?
I think Mbappe he's already announced it, hasn't he? That he's going to Real Madrid.
Less, yeah.
I don't think Haaland will go as well. I don't know.
But how good would it be to actually see that for once? Instead of the Ronaldo-Messi rivalry and stuff, like to actually
both on the same team.
2 best strikers in the world playing for the best team.
I can't remember who it was who said it. I think it was Gerard Piqué obviously he's going to try and put him off anyway because he's Barcelona. But I think it was Piqué who came out and said if Haaland wants to win the Ballon d'Or, he should not be in the same team as Mbappe.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because sometimes you get obviously overshadowed like Neymar. But can you imagine that front line? You'd probably play, you know, what's his name? Mbappe on the right, Haaland through the middle, and then you've got Vinicius Junior on the left. That's illegal.
I'll tell you what, though, like where does Benzema go?
Exactly. Yeah.
Still one of the best strikers in the world.
Yeah, mate, and he's having fantastic.
Easily.
What my thing is with Real Madrid is their midfield. You know, you've got Toni Kroos is aging, Modric is aging. They need basically a whole new midfield. They've got, you know, they've got Verdi and Casemiro, but they would need like another proper big midfielder in there. Right,
Barcelona have got some good midfielders coming through at a minute.
Right, last few comments, then we'll wrap it up. I don't really watch football abroad nowadays, but what players do you lads know that could be a player for us? Loads, mate, but I was trying to think who I really like abroad. I don't know. It'd be one of them, like the Jonathan Davids, a guy that Paul has always said about for years on his channel, Frank Kessie. Would be a great signing.
It'd be a fantastic signing for us. He would have been for a long
time.
I
think we missed the boat on that now. You know, it's one that we should have got 2 years ago. If you look at, you know, I say if you're looking for Rice replacements, it would be someone like Frank Kessie for me. Sullivan and Goldie will be leaving soon, so they won't want to spend much cash. I agree. Can we have my mate Grady back for Yarmolenko? Just a thought. Yeah, probably do a better job as well. Haaland, a dark horse for West Ham. No, we have Antonio and Bayern.
It's true, mate. You know, there's no one out there. There's no one out there, lads. Stop asking for a new striker. There's nobody out there better. We've got the best striker in the world, and we've got the best second striker in the world. So just stop asking, all right? It's pointless.
Yeah. Right, we'll leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for joining us live and watching the draw. Obviously, for those of you who missed it, I assume you didn't miss it. It is Southampton away. That's played in, I believe, the middle of March. I think JP said a little bit earlier in the chat. So hopefully, you know, we can get through that. Last couple of comments here. Kessie is available on a free transfer this summer. He won't be coming.
He's not coming to West Ham.
Yeah, I believe Arsenal keep sniffing around him. I think some of the really big clubs have actually been really sniffing around. He's top, you know, centre midfielder. Hopefully Zuma isn't injured, but if he isn't available, should we change the formation? As I can't see Moyes playing Alessio Baptiste. We just discussed that, mate. Like I say, I believe if Zuma's not fit, I think we should go back to 3 at the back with the Cresswell, Diop, and Donkey. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, it's the blind leading the blind with them 3 at the back, but that's just the way it's got to be. Second week of March, yes, good show, lads. Matt Rainey says thank you. Hit the like button, guys, if you are still watching. Until next week, I will see you in the week. I will do my Watford preview probably later today and put it out on Monday. Yeah, come on, you irons. Keep believing. Let's go.
Cheers.